Hi, this is Bethany, founder of the Albany Peace Project, and today I'm here with Reverend Crystal Muldrow.
Who's trying to steal a dog.
I know, and my dog, the captain. And obviously they've become fast friends. And so, Reverend Crystal, you have, you're new to the Albany area at the Unity Church.
I am Unity Church in Albany.
Yeah, and I understand you come with 3 ordinations. You've got, you've been working in the spiritual...
Well, for quite a while. I'm ordained Unity minister, hence working at being the senior minister at Unity Church in Albany. And while I was in Kansas City, Missouri, which is where I transitioned from to here, I was ordained twice as a Zen Buddhist monk. Bodhisattva,
yeah.
Nun/monk, in the Korean tradition of Zen, and then a bhikshu.
Wow.
A bhiksuni, I think, is the nun's proper term for Vietnamese.
Wow, wow. So I would think that in all that, you've done a lot of meditation.
I have. It still is. You can't do too much.
Right.
And interesting, in both the lineages of Zen that I work with and Unity, it's all about practical use. So Unity is about practical Christianity, and the forms of Zen that I practice with my lineage is taking that practically. So, i.e., even though I love meditation, and meditation is what Zen is all about, being in the stillness, being still, it's also about not always being in a monastery or having to do that. It's being able to go into meditation and utilize it for yourself so that you can be and serve the world.
Right, right. And I love the way you're combining both of those, because people often feel as though they're mutually exclusive, right? That you can, and you're such a living example of the fact that no, like these traditions actually can dovetail quite beautifully together.
They can be. We have Catholic priests who are also monks, Buddhist monks versus Catholic monks.
Yeah.
And yeah, it can. Actually, even though through Webster, I guess, Zen or any sort of Buddhism can be classified as a religion, just in the definition, it really isn't. It's more of a practice. So you can utilize the practice in your daily life and combine it with any other religious dogma or religion.
Yeah, so when you say it's a practice that can be kind of merged with other traditions, what is it that what do you learn from Zen that you're bringing to these other traditions?
I think it's something that Thich Nhat Hanh and the Dalai Lama and a variety of people who have been talking about it for a while have introduced and now are opening up to other religions, which is the mindfulness practice. And I hesitate to say mindfulness because that's now starting to become cliche.
Right, right.
And yet the practice of it is so true. It's really about not worrying about what could have been, should have been, what's supposed to be. It's really being focused on right now and enjoying your life right now. We're, as a society, we are so stretched out in consumerism and in just being anywhere other than now.
Right, right.
We're worried about our past. We're trying to recapture some component of the past, or we're trying to gain a future that isn't a reality yet. That we're doing all this stuff and we're missing what is right now.
Right, right.
And not fully enjoying what is right now.
So how does meditation help people enjoy the now? Because even then, becoming a now, like you're saying, is like another one of those phrases that's starting to become cliche. And it's hard to capture that, that because it is an accurate statement, but how does meditation help us be more in the now?
There are different forms of meditation. Meditation can aid you in that it allows you to just clear your brain. I think most people kind of think of it as the ability just to clear your mind in most meditation. Meditation can also be an aspect, depending on what form of meditation you're doing, that can also allow you to be conscious without being conscious about the moment. So we were talking about the Zen Buddhist practice that I do with your eyes open. looking 90 degrees, and with a spot. And after a while, what you find is that as you engage just in that spot, your mind starts like not going anywhere except focused in on one point. And when you're focused in on that one point, then you're able to see everything. And in seeing that everything, then you open yourself up to just even coming out of it, just being more acutely aware of what is right now, of your feelings, of your surroundings, of what is happening, being more in tune with being engaged with the conversation, and enjoying that conversation that you're having, or enjoying the moment, just enjoying the breath. Feeling the breath. How it helps you is that it pinpoints and focuses you in this moment.
Right. And there seems to be like a delight in that, right? If you can really still the mind, right? All of a sudden you find, and your mind comes to rest, and you go, oh, this is really, right?
Yes, it does. And even if it can't come to rest, the fact that you're not placing any judgment or any harshness,
exactly.
that if a thought comes in and you can just release it, it still allows you to be in a kind of a restful state, in a still state of just peace.
Yes. So the next, so you do meditation classes. You're going to be doing them on Wednesday evenings at Unity Church. Is that correct?
I wouldn't call them quite classes, but participatory meditation. It's just group meditation. And yes, every Wednesday at Unity in Albany, 21 King Avenue, Albany, New York. Do not remember the zip code yet. 122. I have that. Every Wednesday at 6:30 to 7 o'clock. It's just a half an hour. We come together. At this point in time, I'll guide a small amount, but for about a good 20 minutes, all it is silence and being in that. And with a lot of this in practice, the easiest component is just breathing and just focusing on the breath. And just that, just focusing in on the breath, controlling your breath, that's a marvelous instrument right there. Not only is it clearing your mind, but it's also activating your mind, because when you're breathing right, so much oxygen is coming in.
Right. So never thought of that.
Yeah, you're on your own high.
Yeah.
Because there's so much oxygen coming in, you're like, whoa.
Right.
And yet, by the time you come out, one of the ways it's helpful is that all of a sudden you're refreshed, you're renewed.
Yes.
Because there's so much more oxygen in your brain, there's more brain activity. You can just kind of move forward with calmer intent.
Yeah. And how powerful that is to sit in a group and do that, right? So that definitely adds another dimension to it, right? Even though you're coming together and you're mostly sitting in silence, and you may think, well, what does that really add too much? But it does, doesn't it?
It really does. And I believe that it's probably because I think being in a group is helpful. I had a student who once said, and it was an interesting perspective, that when you're in a group, you actually don't find yourself distracted as much. You find that you're more on point because you don't want to disturb anyone else. And also, you're just there.
Right,
and so it's actually, instead of being distracting, it's more helpful and gets you into a deeper time of meditation.
Absolutely. So, let's see, the services at Unity Church are at 9 and 11?
That is correct.
Correct? And then you'll be doing the meditations on Wednesday, and throughout the year you're going to be getting your feet wet in the community, right?
Bethany has told me that she's going to utilize me however she can. So that is one way in which I will be getting my feet wet in the community. And yes, as a newcomer to Albany, I am looking forward to just really going in head first and finding out all the ways in which I can be of service here. With that, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Actually, my first intent is Unity Church in Albany, and moving Unity Church in Albany, figuring out who we want to be together as a community, and then for this first year, just kind of listening. So I'll be doing more listening there and getting my feet wet, and probably the second year really plunging into more activities. We're looking. You nabbed me first.
I did. Even before she got here.
Yes.
Poor girl. But I'm so glad she's here, and certainly thank you so much for coming out today. And you're going to be leading us in a meditation now.
I would love to.
And thank you. Come out to Unity Church and see Reverend Crystal on Wednesdays and Sundays.
That is correct. Bethany, thank you for having me. It's great to be here with you, and I look forward to participating however you need me to in the future.
That'd be fun. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
Goodbye.